the scores are normally distributed, and these scores, because we understand that these scores are such that they have standard deviation areas. So we have here one standard deviation here, one standard deviation here, and so this is positive one standard deviation, and this is negative one standard deviation, and then this is second standard deviation here, positive 2 standard deviation, and positive negative 2 standard deviation, and then beyond this is 3 standard deviation, and so on. These areas are constant. In any normal curve, these are the constant areas. The total is 100%, right? The total is 100%. So this area, we said, is possible to be calculated using calculus, and we talked about it last time, the calculus, and calculus helps us to find the area here. Why we have to use calculus? Because there is a curve. If it was a regular figure like a triangle, rectangle, square, pentagon, all that, we can find the areas. But this is not a regular figure, it has a curve, and this curve is difficult to calculate by general mathematical formula. So what we do is we use calculus to find this, and the mathematicians have worked out the calculus and found the areas, and this is one standard area is how much? How much is this? 34 point? 1613 okay percent, and this is also 34.13%, and the second standard deviation is how much here? This one, first to second, this much area, 13.59, and this side also 13.59, and then what happens here? Here is this side is 2 point something, right? 2.28%, and here 2.28%, and this area is constant always, and here is our mean. Okay, mean is there. So once we know the mean, we do calculate how much there is, from here to here. Suppose we know one standard deviation is 5, then mean plus 5 will give us this this area. Okay, so that is how it goes, and this area is always constant. Now if you want to find the area, we did work out last time a problem. Okay, now suppose we have another problem which says that the mean is equal to 80 and standard deviation is equal to, let us say, 20. Okay, so what percent, if you want to find, what percent of the people of the population falls within $80 and $90? What percent population will fall between 80 and 90? How will we know how much it is? What percent? So what do? We have to convert it to z-score. Why do we have to convert it to z-score? We want to make it standardized, because our table that I gave you, z-score table, it is standardized. And what is the meaning of standardized? Mean is 0 and standard deviation is 1. Always mean 0, standard deviation 1. That is the standardized score. Alright. So when you want to standardize this one, we have to find z value, and z is x minus x bar over this standard deviation, correct? So we have standard deviation. So x minus x bar, what is our x here? 80 or 90? 90. Why not 80? 80 is already the mean here. Okay, 80 is the mean. So our x is 90 minus the mean 80 divided by the standard deviation, which is 20. So this will give us 10 over 20, which is 0.5. Then we look at the table for the point value. So table Z value. So table Z, how do you look at the table? Here is the Z value here, and here is 0.0, then 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 and so on. Okay, and then we have here numbers also. All right, and so we want to look at 0.5. So we look at 0.5 here. So 0.50, so 0 here, so this is the number, correct? 0.5 and whatever number comes here, how much is it? 0.919, which is what percent? Multiply by 100 and you will get the percentage. So 19.15%. This is our answer. So we will say what percent? 19.15%. Score that. Correct? Let us take one more example. What percent scored between 60 and 75. What percent scored between 60 and 75? So the first thing that we should do is draw the picture so that we are not confused. Our mean is 80 and the question says from 60 to 75. Where is 60 to 75? Both the numbers are on the left side, correct? So we have here 60 and we have 75. This is what we want to know. 60 and 75. How do you find that number? First you have to logically think in our mind. Yes. So first of all, to find this one, what we will have to do? First we will have to find out the from the mean to this point, and then from the mean again to this point, and then how do you find the area that we need? The subtraction. We have to subtract so that we can get this part. Okay. So we have here so Z score. So first Z score will be how much? X minus X bar, which is 60 minus 80 over 20, which is 20 over negative 20 over 20, which is negative 1. So what is the table value? Is going to be equal to negative 1. So we negative 1 or positive 1 we consider same for our table, because table is made for one side. So whatever is on the right side, the same thing is on the left side, because it is a 50%. One side 50%, the other side 50%. So the table that is prepared by the statisticians is only for the right hand side, the positive side. But the same thing applies to the negative side. It is the equal area both sides. So here for the negative 1, that means you look again in the table and look for 1. And what 1 will you get here? Here again this number here. How much is that? 0.34. Okay, so this will be 0.3413. Okay, so that is 34.13. 13%. Now again we have to find other z.
Question.
Yes.
If for example, we are doing this question, and because we already know that always the meaning to the standard deviation will be 34.13. So if just for example, put is just by case that is the same result, or because was 60 and 60 and standard deviation was 20 should be 34.13. I don't know if you got 100%.
Well, if I understand you, I do not know if I understood, but let me tell you what I understood. That is, you are asking whether this will change, is it? With the, if the numbers are different?
No, because the answer is 34.13%.
Percent of the area.
But before we already knew that
This one.
34.13. So if I could I just skip because I already knew that.
Oh yes, yes, yes. That is fine. Yeah. If you already know that this is 13.1, you know, minus 1 is 13.13%, which is what we got here, 34.13%. 1 standard deviation. Same thing we got right here, because this is 1, negative 1 standard deviation. So negative 1 standard deviation, this is negative 1 standard, we know 34.13%. So if you know it already, you don't have to calculate. In that case, if you want to memorize the whole table, I don't mind. You don't have to calculate anything. But here, if you know, that's fine. Now for the next one.
Just for notes.
Yeah, it's good. And then the next one is 75 minus 80 divided by 20, which is again what is that? Negative 5 divided by 20, which is equal to negative 0.25, correct? Negative 0.25. So what will be the table value here? So negative 0.25. So we look at point here, 0.2 and 5, we look at 0.05 here. So this one, this is the one, 0.25, negative 0.25. Okay, so negative 0.2 and 5 there. So that way, what did we get here? Tell me. 0.4798. So that will be how much percentage? 47 point? No. 47, is that correct? It can't be 47. 0. 87. 0. That is 9.87%. And this is 34.13 and that is 9.87. So this is 9.87 and this is 34.13. So in that case, subtract, correct? So we have here now subtraction. So what will you get here?
Did you have another value?
You got
Why
table, you didn't get the same thing? Yeah.
I got the one he got. I don't know why.
Which one? Are you looking at the Z table?
Yes, this is 2.
2 and then look at, no, not 2, 0.2.
Ah, 0.2.
0.2, you look at 0.2, not 2.
Okay.
Where is the table?
Yeah, you're right. They are right. Yes.
0.2 is up there.
Yeah.
Okay. You must be looking at 2. Anita?
Yes.
0.2. Yeah. So 0.2, look at 0.2. So now we have to subtract 34.13 and 9.87. You subtract and that is your area that we are looking at. Okay. And so we have, how much is that? 6 and here 2 and this one is 4 and this is 2. So 24.26%. That will be the area that we are looking at. Okay. Now, if we are going to get both sides of this 80, here and here, then suppose there was a line here and we want to find area from here to here, then what will you do? We have this area then plus this area. We have to add that if it is on both sides. If it's on the same side, then you subtract. Okay? So that is the way it works. Now, I'll take one more example just as a revision, this will be good. That is a cutoff point. Finding the cutoff point. What will be the cutoff point? Now, suppose you want to find area below this, how will you find area below this? If you want a area below this one, what percentage below 60? What will you do that? You find up to 60 and subtract from 50. The total is 50. So from the total 50, if you remove the area up to 60, which is 34.13, then the remaining area will be all this. Correct? These two together. That will be the remaining area. So if you want to find below 1 standard deviation, then the area is 50 minus this 34.13, this plus this. So that will be total area. Now what is the cutoff point? Suppose let's say, what is the cutoff point?
What is the
Cutoff point. Okay. If 15% of the people got the desired level. What is the cutoff point? If 15% of the people got the desired level, that means whatever level we are looking at, that level, if the students got, what is the cutoff point? So that means if I want to find the cutoff point, this is 80, our percentage. 15% of people got the desired level. 50% of the people, top, if we must put top here, top 15% of people got the desired result. Top 15, that means this one. The top 15% got the desired result. So if the top 15% got the desired result, what is this point? This is what we want to find. What is this x? Okay. So what is this x? If the 15% of the people, top 15% is up here. How do you go about this? So now what we do? We cannot find above, so we can find below, up from here to here. That is how much? If this is 15%, this much is how much? 35% here. Okay. So now we look for 35% in the table. So when you look at the table, where do you look for the 35%? This is z, this is 0.0, 0.1 and so on. And here are the other numbers. Now we want to find where is this 35%. 35% is same as saying how much? Yeah, 35%. So table z value, table z value is equal to 0.35, correct? Table z value is 0.35, because 35, when you write 35%, like here, when we write 9.87%, what is its table value? 0.0987. Okay. When you write 34.13%, what is the table value? 0.3413. That is the table value. So if I have 35%, so what is the table value? 0.35. So now if I know the 0.35 value, what is the z value then? Z value equal to if 0.35 is there, so we look at 0.35 somewhere here, 0.35, 0, and that will give us the value here, this way and this way. So we can find here and here, and this will give us the actual value. We are working backwards now. Okay. So what will that be? This is 0.3500. What is the closest to 0.3500? Or if you can't get, what is the closest to 0.3500? 0.3508. Is that the closest? What is before that and what is after that? 0.3485 is too low, and next one is 3531. That also is too far away. So 0.3508, that is the closest. If that is the closest, then what is the number here and here? This is 1.0, and this one is 4. 0.04. So 1.04. So our value is 1.04. Is that correct? Actually this was 0.01, like that it should have been 0.03, 0.04. Okay. So now here 0.04, 1.04. Did you get this value? Yeah. Nearest. Yeah, we want 0.3500. The nearest to 0.3500. This is. Yeah. So what is the nearest? 3485. Yeah, 3485 is there. But that is not the closest. Because that is 3485. Next one is 3508. Yeah, it doesn't matter is above. The one that is closest to 35.
It
Doesn't matter below or above. But this is the closest, 3508. Okay. So now that is 1.04. So that is 1.04. Now that we keep in mind, 1.04. This is our value, and this we want to find x minus x bar, which is 80 divided by 20. Correct here? 1.04 is equal to x minus 80 divided by 20. And you cross multiply. You remove the operations, algebraic operations. If you want to find the value of x, what do? Whatever operation you perform this side, you perform the same operation here. So if I want to get rid of this 20, I multiply by 20 and multiply by 20 here. Consider the same operation both sides. You know, if 5 is equal to 5, then if I add 2 here, then I should add 2 here also, then it will be equal. Correct? Same. Whatever I do here, same thing I must do the other side. So now I want to get rid of this 20. So I multiply by 20, so 20 cancels. So I must multiply here also by 20. So that will give us how much?
But can we do without put the 20? Because how do we know when I'm doing the test?
Here is 20. I have to get rid of this 20. If some other number, then that same number you have to multiply. You will have to brush up your algebra. This is seventh grade. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, but otherwise, if you do not want to do this way.
Can I just, I got, I can pass because this is doing like division. I pass for the other side will be
Multiply, yeah. Same.
Because you put one more there, that's why I got confused.
Well, there are three different ways of doing. Some teachers teach you, that's why I am trying to tell you both ways. Some teachers teach you, you take this 20 to the other side, it will multiply because it is dividing here. Okay, that is one teacher's way. The other teacher says, why are you taking to the other side? What is the reason? So that is, I want to get rid of this 20 because I want to free this x. So free this x, I must get rid of this 20. How to get rid of this 20? If I multiply by 20, this 20 will divide. But if I do the same thing this side, I must do the same this side. 20 multiply here. So what will happen here? 20.80, correct? And here it is x minus 80. Now what I have to do? I want to get rid of this minus 80. How to get rid of this minus 80? Yeah, you can transfer it the other side, it becomes plus. That is one way of doing. Another way of doing is you add 80 here and add 80 here. So minus 80 plus 80 becomes 0. So what is left is x. So we have here 20.80 plus 80, which is 100.80. That is our x. So the cutoff point is 100.8. So if the person gets 100.8 and above, that is the desired level. That is the level that we want. Are you getting the idea? Okay. So we did the problems. We have the assignment also to do. Same kind of assignment I gave you. And this is an example, the revision of that one. Okay. So we can work that out the way we like. And whichever algebraic expression you want to put to simplify, it's your desire, how you want to do it. Okay. Now, so this is the normal curve and this is what we studied. All right. And I hope you got the idea how this is done. So that's all for today for this normal curve.